2,246,350 for the Climate Change Fund Board. The term of the Climate Change Fund Board commenced in March 2021 and concluded on 31st of March 2024. The Climate Change Fund Board payments were for activities carried out by the board up to 30th of March 2024. The final board meeting took place on 25th of March 2024 as documented in the attached board minutes, and see minute 3 of the handover process in page 3 of 7. The attendance of that board is also attached, Mr. Chairman. The minutes appear on page 1, Appendix 1A. The committee allowances appear Appendix 1B, page 9. Similarly, the management initiated the process of constituting a new Climate Change Fund Board. 4 members have since been appointed and gazetted as per the Gazette notice attached Appendix 1C, that is page 13, and the actual gazettement is on page 1359, on page 17. The remaining 3 board members were successfully vetted by the county assembly as per the attached communication, which is Appendix 1D. Mr. Chairman, on page 36, right at the end, you can see that the assembly on 17th of September 2025 approved the nomination of Justice Katumu Mutweya, Jekonia Kimolo Kitala, and Reverend Robert Munzi Kimina for the appointment as the Makueni Climate Fund Change Board. As per the communication which I have already mentioned, we are in the process of gazetting the 3. The management also gazetted the Climate Change Planning Committee as per the Gazette notice attached as 1A on page 36A. Thank you, Chair.
What are your comments on the response?
Okay, thank you. We have done the verification on the committee allowance, and this was paid before the expiry of the both terms. The only issues that are still outstanding is the constitution of the full board.
So you are saying you want to see the Gazette notice for the remaining?
That was the issue also. That was part of the issue.
They have indicated, they have shown the
work in progress.
Okay, honorable members. Senator Mbuku.
Thank you, Chair. Maybe I wanted a clarification from the auditor, because the governor has clearly given this response. During your exit meeting, why I thought this is an issue which should have been handled then, and it should not have escalated to the committee, because the explanation seems to be clear.
The evidence that they have just given us the evidence to show that what you are querying, like it was not supposed to be, and the payment that went to this committee, it was paid after the 30th of March, but they had not given us, this was payment for the activity that was done before the expiry. But then we have gone through the verification. These are the payment which was made before the expiry, showing the activity that was done. The only payment, okay, they paid after the activity was done before the expiry, and they were not paid by then. But the payment came after they were paid after the expiry. But those evidence, that is why the issue was escalated all the way to the certificate, because we didn't have that evidence to show that the payment was not made after the expiry. I mean, the activity was, this payment was done for the activities after the expiry.
Actually, Senator,
that explanation is really mixed up, Chair. Can you just give a clear, situation as exactly as what it is, and how and whether it has properly been explained.
Okay. What I'm saying,
Let me help you.
Yes.
You know, it is just the county has complied just recently, later this year. Like you see, what is in 1D, is it 1D? It was done in 8th October 2025. And then the Gazette notice for the committee was done on 7th May. So that was much later. It was done much later. But now, your issue was then. Then, when you are doing the audit, it had not been done. But now it has been done. Tobiko, proceed, Senator.
You have explained. That's what I thought I got from him.
Yeah. So, any other issue? So, I think, Governor, you are doing so well. We seem not to be having issues with you. Mark?
Yes, Chair. Maybe the Governor may wish to comment on the issue of failure to match county contribution on Flocker Donor Fund Program. Chair, maybe also to comment on whether that failure to fund or match their component would not affect the part that is given by the donors, Chair.
So that one, the auditor had indicated is satisfactorily addressed, but Governor, you can comment on that. The counterfeit funding.
Do I read the response?
Yes, no problem. You can read the response.
Yes. The response is on page 3. The shortfall in funding was 49,050 and 445. This was due to prior year adjustments of Kenya shillings 3,929,345, reducing the underfunding from 52,979,989. The prior year adjustment was adjusted in the financial statement for the year ending 30th of June and reviewed by the auditors. And the statement is attached as Appendix 2A on page 37. There was a delayed disbursement, and Mr. Chairman, you remember that we had a problem with SIGAB in this financial year. It was signed late from Flocker for Climate Change Resilient Investment Grant, which was received in 2 tranches. One tranche was 18th of April 2024, and the second one was 11th July after the financial year, respectively. The county allocation of 49,050,445 was supposed to match the CCR grant, which was disbursed in the 4th quarter of the year. Consequently, the county didn't manage to transfer the same due to the delayed disbursement of June 2024 exchequer release, which was received after the financial year in July 2024, as attached, as shown in Appendix 2B on page 39. However, Mr. Chairman, this was reallocated in the supplementary budget, and upon approval, the management transferred the balance of 49,050,644 for the financial year 2023-2024. In addition, the management also transferred 109,700,000 budgeted in the county contribution for the financial year 2024-2025 as per the attached schedule, Mr. Chairman. And we have demonstrated, in fact, in page Appendix 2C, the bank statement. So we actually matched, although late, because of the reasons I stated above, shilling for shilling. Thank you.
Okay. Any other issue, honorable members? So let's move on to the last fund, which is the Empowerment Fund. Auditor.
Thank you, Chair. This was a qualified opinion, and there's one issue pending. Issue number 1 on receivable from exchange transaction in suspend. The settlement of financial position and as disclosed in Note 10 to the financial statement reflect receivable from exchange transaction balance of 58.6 million. The balance is net of 12.5 million, which management explained was cash deposited by the loanees from 23rd December 2017 to 30th June 2024, which could not be linked to specific loan account for posting and reconciliation. In addition, review of records indicated that loans totaling to 31.8 million were unlikely to be recovered due to various reasons cited by the management, such as uncooperative loanees, debt, and high level of poverty of loanees. However, management did not make a provision for bad debts. Further, the debtors aging analysis provided for audit review indicate that the balance of 58.6 million had been outstanding for over 3 years, although management explained that the demand notice were issued to defaulters, no recoveries was made during the year under review. In the circumstances, the accuracy of receivable from exchange transaction balance of 58.6 million and the recoverability of outstanding loan of 31.8 million could not be confirmed. Thank you, Chair.
I see there are 2 responses. Maybe auditor, you can guide us. There is a response which is in the response document, and then also there is a very comprehensive response in your auditor's notes. So maybe you can guide us on that. If you look at your notes, we have a very, very long response.
This is the management response.
So where did you get yours? Anyway, let me take it to the governor to respond.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Chair. This is our response. The Makueni Empowerment Fund, MSEF, was launched in 2017 with the aim of empowering citizens to improve their economic status through access to low-interest loans. However, since 2017 was an election year, the initiative was misconstrued by some as a political tool. Many beneficiaries later defaulted on their loans due to various challenges, including business closures, financial hardships. To address these issues, Mr. Chairman, the operations of the fund were suspended in 2020 to allow for a comprehensive re-engineering process aimed at strengthening its structure and effectiveness. During the financial year 2023 audit, loans amounting to 31,837,000 were assessed and as unlikely to be recovered. Those loans appear on page 20. Of this amount, 36.96 was owed by individual borrowers, 63.04 by groups, and 0.93 of the individual portion was attributed to deceased borrowers. The main reason for classifying these loans as bad debts included borrowers' non-cooperation, death, and widespread poverty among loanees, Mr. Chairman. Following the review and implementation of the legal framework, the regulations, the fund now includes an insurance component to cover potential bad debt. Mr. Chairman, in collaboration with the Kenya Commercial Bank, which serves as the fund's banker, the fund has reconciled outstanding loan balances totaling up to 12,591,526 owed to various loanees, and the detailed list of the reconciled payments allocated to the respective borrowers is attached in Appendix 1A, which is on page 1. We have matched them, Mr. Chairman, linked to all the loans. Further, Mr. Chairman, the fund has intensified its loan recovery initiative through several means, including demand letters appearing in Appendix 1B, regular reminders and bulk SMSs, and restructuring of overdue loans, and see the samples as Appendix 1C on page 41. As a result of these concerted efforts, Mr. Chairman, the fund successfully recovered 2,274,704 during the year 2023-2024 financial year and 504,856 in the 2024-2025 financial year. Details of the recoveries are provided in the recovery report appearing in Appendix 1D on page 70, page 47. Mr. Chairman, we have successfully entered into an agreement with Safaricom. Is an additional comment to disburse these loans. We have piloted. This fund was actually exhibited in the Devolution Conference in Homa Bay, and we are now about to lift the suspension of borrowing, because now it will be done the same way you do M-Shwari, same formula. Mr. Chairman, in addition, the funds have been secured, and from the last time I was here, the account has grown from 140, is it 140? It has grown from 140 to 165 by rolling over the deposit with Kenya Commercial Bank. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Auditor, your comments on the management response?
The issue of 12.5 million, which was put as a suspense, has been resolved by linking or reconciling to the individual's loanees. The only issue is still that the issue of recoverability of the outstanding loans.
Okay, so you are saying in terms of the bad debt policy, how the doubtful debts are being handled in the books, or yes, that's an issue?
Yes, still outstanding.
Chair, if I may share some light, you know, the culture of the people of Makueni and generally anybody from my community, they don't run away with anything owed to them because of the belief of consequences. So ordinarily, other than the case of death has been said, and for lack of insurance in those days, that could really have posed a challenge. I also want to say that before 2022 there was a little bit of politicization of this fund, that some people were politically told not to pay. The money actually belongs to them. So the systems before, tended to go that way. But ordinarily, anyone who knows of this money, I believe one day when they have it, they will pay it back.
Yeah, Governor, I can tell you this is another nightmare for this committee. The empowerment funds is a big nightmare, and in fact, this committee is toying with the idea of recommending that maybe the idea of empowerment funds in counties must be looked at, because we have a big issue on recoverability of the loans that are given out. So with your response, I think there is some progress. There is some progress that has been made, and maybe other counties can learn from you how it is being done, because our people take this empowerment fund as free money. They will just get the free money and they don't pay back. I open the floor for members. Yes, Senator Bugu.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I've heard what Senator Banzo has said, that there is no likelihood of this money being repaid. But even with that, maybe I wanted to know from the Governor, does this fund still have a bad debt policy?
No, until we drafted the new law. We have a new law attached to this 2025. Before then there was no bad debt policy. But now the new act that we passed, the social protection policy, will now make provisions for bad debts.
Any other? So you have fully digitalized this fund?
Completely. It will be available on phone. It will be paid on phone, repaid on phone, followed up in the same formula as M-Shwari, yes.
And have you appropriated more money into this fund?
No, we haven't. We don't want to do so. In fact, in the next few days, we want to pilot with 44 groups, which we have identified. So we'll go in stages so that we give a trial 44 groups are lent money, a certain between 50,000 and 500, and then we check how the repayment is done before we roll over to any other group. We will only, in fact, Mr. Chairman, I can confess that one of our partners is in fact ready to do counter funding for it. We won't even need to do exchequer. We'll do counter funding with one of the banks. They will put in money in it, and we'll be able to roll it out without necessarily having to appropriate any cent from the county.
Okay. So, honorable members, your comments? Your comments are not necessarily asking question. Any other?
Chair, thank you. I think those governors who come here and have a lot of issues with these funds, we should be referring them to go and benchmark in Makueni, so that they can learn from the governor how he has managed, to do all this smoothly without any challenges. Thank you, Chair.
Senator Mbugu.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, the county has done well, the governor has done well, but even when the governor is doing well, we must also commend the staff behind the governor, because many counties which appear here, we always have a lot of inaccuracies and inconsistencies, and we have to put the officers to task. So you are doing well, but you are doing well because of your team. Keep it up.
Any other issue? Auditors, you have any other issue? Yes, Mark.
Yeah, maybe, Chair, the county may wish to comment on the statement that the 31 million appears to be uncollectible. So in a county, then they need to make a specific provision, and then as for the PFM Act on Section 149 and 150 for the PFM Act insofar as write-offs are concerned. Thank you, Chair.
Yeah, so we encourage you to continue. I think you made some progress in collecting the money. So just continue. I know this money was given out before when you were still here in Senate. So just continue making. Patrick Kinoti.
Thank you, Chair. I think for me, my comment would be that it's clear when you put in structures, especially the laws, the act and the regulations that are aligned to the national laws when you're establishing these funds. I think it's clear, you can see how well it works, because majority of the other counties that appear here without an act in terms of establishing a fund and a proper regulation, I think that's where the problems start. Thank you, Chair.
Yeah.
On top of that, Mukambas don't steal. They must return your money.
Oh, we will take you, when you say that, we will take you to your neighboring counties. And you see what happened.
Which neighboring counties can you name them?
No. I don't want to name names here.
These counties, they don't steal also.
Chair should tell us which other neighboring counties are stealing and have canvas.
I didn't say they are stealing. I say they have problems with the empowerment funds. You know them, members, you know them. I don't need to mention. So, honorable members, I think we are done with the reports. You know, Governor, when you do a good job, you spend less time with us. So I think before I will allow for very quick 1 minute final comments, starting with the members. If you have any final comment, you can say.
Chair, my comment is to answer Senator Mbuga, because he says that the governor is doing well because the staff are working, but the fish starts rotting from the head. If the head rots, then the rest of the body of the fish is rotted.
Poisonous.
Yep. Just proceed with your final comments, Senator.
No.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Let's, Governor, you can make your final comments.
Just to thank the committee for the support we have received even from the Auditor General. it's the meetings that we have had that has progressed these funds to where they are. Pleased to appear before you with two unqualified opinions. So, Mr. Chairman, I can only say thank you to your committee. And again, allow me to thank you for allowing the adjournment last week. It gave me and my party leader an opportunity to go to Bondo, where we obviously made a statement. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And us who come from the ODM fraternity, we were happy for coming to mourn with us. And we said as much. One, I want to thank you for coming and for a very wonderful presentation in your reports, and also for ensuring that the funds in your county are well managed. We've been going through a lot of difficult moments with many of your colleagues, especially on car loan and mortgage, issues of empowerment fund, climate change fund, bursary, but you have turned out to be the opposite. So I think as we move on, we are coming to an end in terms of this financial year, but we'll use Makueni County as a base case when we are engaging further counties. I also want to inform you that the High Court made a ruling that Senate or Parliament generally has to adhere to Article 229 in terms of timelines for examination of audit report. So the Speaker allowed us to clear the backload for this year. And from January to March, we will be examining 2024-2025 reports. So just wanted to alert you that very soon you are coming back because we'll be trying to comply with that constitutional timeline. Yeah, for 2024-2025. Otherwise, thank you very much, and safe journey back to Makueni. Thank you.